Well, I came to talk about gospel music and the hip hop side of, just to touch on it a little bit. So here's my story. It says, this genre of music is lesser known, but now less significant artists. I myself has always been a big fan of all types of music, but I was the type of fan that wanted to know more about the artist that I truly like. I wanted to know everything about that artist. So as a kid, I would go to my grocery stores, my gas stations, etc., pick up the latest magazines. There were no magazines that really catered to gospel artists itself. But luckily for me, I grew up in the church, Greater Warner pretty much all my life. I couldn't wait for my mother and my grandmother to lead songs on Sunday morning. Then came my stepfather, and the New Travelers would just blow me away. They made me feel a part of the gospel movement. I was finally hands-on, so to speak. My love for music would take me far. I would land a disc jockey job at the only black-owned radio station in the state of Tennessee at the time, which was WKGN 1340 KJM. I started out working weekends only, Saturdays and Sundays, all day. But there is where I learned more about gospel artists and gospel music within itself. Becoming an artist myself, I watched the gospel hip-hop or gospel rap grow. I knew how hard it was just as a as a rapper, period, to achieve the goals of what it has achieved today, being the top-selling genre of music today. So I knew it would be even harder to become a gospel rapper. Gospel music and gospel rap should be no different because it's all the Lord's work. Because everybody can't sing. What should I say? Everybody can sing, but not everybody sounds good. But some churches would deny rap in their building. I had an encounter when I was on the road with the New Travelers. And right before my verse came on, they stopped us and said, he can't perform in here today. Kind of threw me for a loop, and it kind of pushed me away from pursuing that at the time. Gospel music today has also become more commercialized from back in those days. Now we can take that as a bad thing or a good thing. The good thing about it is we have reached an audience so broad and diverse, bringing all kinds of people together, combining the old religion and the new contemporary sounds together. And then bringing those two together has reached young and the mature. Because let's face it, we still need the mothers of the church, you know, the ones that used to take the cloth and press across your legs. With that new contemporary sound we have with the younger people in church today. It's a beautiful thing. With the old morals and the contemporary sounds, the church has set goals of higher standards. You have wisdom and flair. Together that itself alone have people wanting to confine, converse, and commit to God more. They say music is universal. So that put gospel music on a whole nother light. We now have kids rapping and singing gospel music everywhere. And that is what I want is positive kids. We want and need our younger generation to know God. That's the goal I seek for my own children. The ultimate bond with God. And the new gospel music helps the kids seek and find God. That's what it is. How many of you have heard a gospel song that actually made you cry? The song for me is He Saw the Best in Me by Marvin Sapp. That song, because everyone has seen someone in the worst, but God always sees the best. My truth in this presentation today is I'd rather be extra extraordinary together with gospel music than to be ordinary alone without gospel music. And that is like fasting and praying. If you're just fasting and not praying, then you're just not eating. And that's what gospel music is to me, in the complete harmony. You have You only have one, can't have one without the other. Amen. So in doing so, I'm gonna bring my new travelers up with me today. If y'all don't mind, I'm gonna give y'all a little touch of what they denied in the building that night. Is that okay? Praise God. I was looking for you, huh? I know I put y'all on the spot there. I need it. How many of y'all know salvation is free? Don't bust it down.
Say today, don't wait till tomorrow. It might be too late. Salvation is free. You better get saved today. Don't wait till tomorrow. It might be too late.
I'm on my knees asking God to forgive me for my sins. Thanks to Jesus made it possible for forgiveness of my sins. He gave us all the chance. You got to take the better heat out of everlasting life with your own mention. He didn't just die for me. He died for you too. I think some forget by the things we do. We gotta live for today because tomorrow's not promised. Keep your faith in God and faith the dead soul anonymous. Salvation is free. It's blessed for you and me. He was there like shed blood saves you and me. If you sin and get saved before it's too late, because you never know, he just might come today. So all you got to do, give the Lord your testimony, because to make it through the gates, you don't need no money. What you waiting for? It don't cost you nothing. What you waiting for? It don't cost you nothing.
Musicians will play, stewards, play folk, let's get ready.